Got a pretty good start. It was probably a little after 6:30 when I left the motel and walked up here to the high school to catch the shuttle to the trailhead. First nice view I've seen so far has been the woods coming up out of from the trailhead. My trail junction. I go up that way. Indian Peaks Wilderness. Pretty sweet view. I'll be up on the other side of that for too long. First things first, let's get to the lake and take a break. To the right I go. My viewpoint as I'm working my way up to Devil's Thumb Lake. Devil's Thumb Trail, High Lonesome Trail. That's where I'm headed. Onward. First moose. It's the outflow from Jasper Lake. I believe that's the Devil's Thumb. From this perspective, I think it'd be a little more impressive when you're up on the other side of the divide, but it's still pretty cool. Getting there. That's where I'm headed. Let's look back at part of Jasper Lake. Second moose. And I'm gonna get the fuck out of the way now. But I got my heart pounding. Kind of a big old bull moose charged at me, but not overly aggressive. He didn't like follow me, but that was scary. This is beautiful. You see the Devil's Thumb back there. Up there behind me, that's where I'm headed. Devil's Thumb Pass. My trail doesn't go up towards the snow, it goes There's Devil's Thumb Lake. Almost there. I'm on the divide, looking back down where I came from. That's the direction I'm headed. See the trail down. Two people playing on the snowbank. Found somewhere to camp in there. There's trees, I guess. Rollins Pass up above where I go down. You can see the road. That's what I just came down off of. There's my trail down to King Lake. Rollins Pass. That's where I came from. The lonesome Devil's Thumb. King Lake. That's where I'm going now. See the ski slopes over there? I think that's for Winter Park. Morning of day 2, King Lake. I came down the trail right there and took the first site that I saw It was like tucked in, menacing looking weather pattern. Very well protected for being at about, I don't know, 11.3, I don't know, something like that, 11.2. Yeah, I didn't hang out at camp last night. I was really exhausted, whooped from my first day. Did like 32 or 3,300 feet of gain. And if I include the mile walk to the high school to get the shuttle, then it was probably just under 11 miles. I know it's not much, but for coming from sea level and being here for like 2 days, not so bad. Altitude hasn't bothered me yet at all, so that's good. Had tofu masala last night. It was excellent, first time I ever had it. Yeah, and then just laid down the whole time. Getting ready to have some breakfast. It's gonna be just a typical thing I have when I'm out here. It's just chocolate protein powder with some coffee. Alright, well, I'm heading out of here. It's 8 o'clock on the dot. All cleaned up. Not leaving anything behind. Gotta get back up there. Alright, back up at the saddle. Kings Lake. Again, I'm pretty sure that flat top peak in the center is James Peak. I want to get up and over that before noon. It looks a long ways away, but it's not. Looks good right now. So I'm gonna keep moving. That's my only real objective today, is get up and over that before any mess comes in weather-wise. There is a bailout option as you're ascending that goes around to the left. And I'm pretty sure that's it. If it's not, then I'll update once I get over top of this and down to Rollins Pass. Leaving Indian Peaks. Hey, there's the first blaze I've seen. Here we are. Yeah, that's James Peak. And with this weather, I'm bailing on this whole section, I think. I'm gonna get down to Rogers Pass and kind of double back, to this north and go out to Winter Park, and then maybe get a ride back up to Berthoud Pass, and then continue on my route. Yeah, I can see the trail going up. I don't know. I get down to the pass, Rogers Pass, and make a call there. Well, here's where I make a judgment call. I don't know if you can see the sun here, but I think I'm gonna head back down that way, back north. I don't know if you can see it back in the distance. It's Winter Park. And down there's like a shooting range, and where there are vehicles, I think they can come up. And I'll just hike it and try to get a ride into Winter Park, and then a ride up to Berthoud Pass, and that would keep me on my route. But I'm just not feeling like going up James Peak with all those clouds coming in and being so exposed. And there is a trail that you have to go way up James Peak, and then you follow that ridge, and somehow it goes around, but that's very exposed. I would want to be up there and on that if all of a sudden something, starts getting rainy and stuff. I'm just not up for that. It's been incredible hiking along the divide here, so I got to experience that. Well, it's all adventure, right? I'm making a call and changing my route plans, seeing what happens when I go this way. My trail's gonna switch back up here to the left, and then I'll finally drop into the edge of tree line, which makes me feel better. The threat of storms and stuff. Anyway, it's all good. I'm still hiking, going the wrong direction, but I'll correct that in a little bit. Safety of the trees, should anything blow in. Got to them quicker than what it looked like. There was a shortcut trail that bypassed probably a mile or close to it. At least I'm making good time. Hazards. That's pretty cool. Alright, so I got some hitches. Down to Winter Park, a couple of guys I met on way back up in there, give me a ride to the hard surface, and then I had to walk a ways, and then finally a guy gave me a ride up here to Berthoud Pass. So I bypassed that section that included James Peak and other stuff, but I'm back on trail. Berthoud Pass.